Hello, I'm Humberto and this is Down the Memory Lane, a proposal for browser's history interaction. This proposal is based on three facts. The first one is that people don't really use the browser's history. The second one is that most people aren't even aware that browser's history exists. The third fact is that most people, when they want to revisit a website, they just Google it. And Google is quite good at finding it, provided that they are online, of course. We wanted to make the history easily and transparently accessible, so we made the new tab page its entry door. When you open a new browser window or tab, you are now down the memory lane. You will see a panel with shortcuts neatly stacked, representing websites that you may want to visit. If you click on the address bar and start typing something, it will rearrange the shortcuts, as to show you the shortcuts of items corresponding to the terms that you type. In this process, it will help the user rediscover the sites it previously visited. Let's clean up our search and take a closer look at the panel and the shortcuts. The shortcuts are disposed on a grid that is continuous and does not change unless you alter the size or the orientation of the window. They have the website title here, the address or the URL here. Just to click on them, you don't have to be very precise. It's very touch-friendly in that aspect. Here we have the website bookmarking icon, and here some relevant part of the text of the reference page. The bookmarking star and the privacy stoplight are icons that I will explain later on. If you hover for some time on the icon, it will show a thumbnail, so you can check if the site really is what it was supposed to be. The shortcuts can be organized in many different dispositions, as you can see. You have the original grid view and the list view, where the shortcuts are disposed vertically, with a text excerpt also. And the graph view, that will show the relationships between the accessed pages. You can also control the ordering of the shortcuts. You can use many pieces of information contained on the shortcuts themselves to separate them and to order them. One of these pieces of information is the origin of the shortcut. The history database should be local. Associated with the browser cache, this enriches an offline experience. But it should also be cloud aware. Ideally, it should sync itself with some network server. The usage of an open protocol and the possibility of self-hosting servers could mitigate privacy concerns. Privacy is a given down the memory lane, but the mechanisms that it uses to manage said privacy do not lose simplicity as a goal. For instance, the first time you visit a website, the stoplight privacy icon will flash briefly at first, and then stay disabled for some time. Only after this timeout, it will assume the default setting. In this meantime, you can click on it to advise the browser that it should not record the current page on the history. Right-clicking on the icon, or just hovering on it for a while, will show a detailed menu of options, where you can choose a public navigation that can be mined, for example, or a private navigation that is kept encrypted on a server, or a secret navigation that is not recorded at all. The bookmarking icon will work similarly, so that you can have your private bookmarks that are not shared, and also public bookmarks that could automatically go to Google Reader or Twitter or whatever you use. This was Down the Memory Lane. Its guiding principles are simplicity, mobility, and privacy. We hope you liked it. Thank you for for your time and your attention.